Yo, we gave them one in Dallas. They got one. We gave it to them. Tonight, it's about to go down. We back in the Beantown. It's game 5. Celtics gonna close this out. Sign, seal, deliver. We getting number 18 right here, and we're gonna talk about it on the pregame show. Celtics World, baby. What's good, Celtics World? We about to get it crunk tonight, baby. I'm feeling it, man. Cliff, CP, let's get right down to it. The Boston Celtics laid the egg in Dallas. It is what it is. On to the next, right?
Yeah, man. They had given that shit up, man. They had, excuse my language, damn. They had given it up by like the second quarter. Like it was. I stopped watching. I'm not gonna lie. It was hurting my spirit, but I just think that was a fluke game. And what better way than to win it right on our floor?
Right. Right. What better way to close out the deal at home in front of the gang green? You know what I'm saying? Where they could drop the confetti where it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And they seal it up. You know, right here at home. And I think for the fans, this is something that's been a long time waiting. You know, you look at Jayson Tatum, you look at Jaylen Brown. They've been in this situation before. They've been in the playoffs pretty much their whole careers. The team, they had to continue to find ways to build a team around them. And look, I think the Celtics just do what they need to do. The NBA officials have been set for tonight's game. I think that's in the Celtics' favor. I hate to say that, but it is what it is.
As long as Tony Brothers ain't there, I'm good.
Tony Brothers is Scott Foster. Like, Tony Brothers is an asshole, and Scott Foster is he don't know how to. He paid. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? Listen,
the views that are expressed by Wayne do not necessarily respect the views.
Yo, you got to do that. You got to create that. I need that.
Yeah.
Listen, the Celtics got destroyed in Dallas, man, 122-84. Wait a minute, Cliff. If I just want to make sure I'm reading this correctly, bro. Just want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. So if I add 2 more points to the Mavericks, that's a 40-burger game, Cliff?
It's what we like to refer to as a natural whooping, straight up.
Damn.
That was that. Listen, I knew it from. Because as I stopped texting you, I stopped. I was like, yo, I'm good.
You went to sleep. Yeah.
I went to bed. I was like, yo, they're not going to run my pressure up tonight.
I don't think people understand as we get older in age, the blood pressure rises a lot quicker, and it's harder to get it to go back down.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I get it. I watched this game, working. I was gigging, right? I was just doing my thing. But nothing. I thought the Celtics would look to go get the sweep and just be done. But I think they had a different game plan, man. And, when you come into this game and we talk about the game plan, what's just some of the things you noticed from game 4 that just didn't seem right to you?
The Celtics posture, there was what we talked about in the Cleveland series. There was no intensity at all. It was almost like they got a big exhale after they won game 3. And now it's like, oh no, now we can play with our fool. We got 3 games to win 1.
No. I hate that term, but it's so Boston Celtics-ish, yo. Playing with the food, bro. That's what we do. Jack's 49 Girls Knox says, let's go. Boston, get your chip. I said Celtics in 5. That was her prediction. Celtics in 5. So we'll see what happens, man. Let's see what happens, Jax.
I said Celtics in 6. And
me too.
There would be nothing wrong with my pick if we hadn't went up. If we hadn't went up 3 games. Say we had 1-2, then we won 1. Then they won 1 game 3, and then we won game 4. Then I'm still comfortable with my pick. But we just don't want to be. And I lived through that. I was a Yankee fan. I lived through that. We don't want to be that. We don't want to be them fans.
This never happened in basketball, though. Would you trying to? I know where you're going with this. The being up 3-0.
It had never happened in baseball. It was 2004.
Damn. Nah, none of that energy on today's show. that.
No,
I'm just saying, like, I never thought about that. Ben says, let's go, baby. Manly says, good luck, bro, to the Celtics. My man KP's in the building, says, let's go. We got to finish this tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the members of the Breezy Bunch crew, too, by the way. Everybody, we got people watching. Michael says that the Celtics are going to win 110-102. Banner 18 coming home.
Banner 18 coming home,
baby. I
like
that, man. I like that a lot. Yo, Cliff, when I looked at Game 4, I had to rewatch it, too, because, you know, watching it on the phone and watching it on TV is two different things.
Why would you rewatch that? There's nothing that you could get from that.
It was everything I could get from it. Bro, the energy was off from the jump. The energy was off from the jump. And, you know, being at home, the Celtics can't allow their energy to be off because here's the thing. Here's the thing I know about Dallas. They're going to score, right? They got two people. They're going to score. The key was to not let everybody else score. For some reason, in that particular game, the Celtics decided to go away from that particular part of the game plan. And that's when you knew. That they weren't even trying to win this game. They didn't even have that game plan. Bro, they were letting lobs get to the rim. They were letting guys finish all over the place.
And they were allowing themselves to be defended, which was not the case in the first 3 games.
Bro, their bench came in, and before their bench came in and took over, like Derek Lively, that was his best game. He played his best game. You know what I'm saying? And so they can't allow this rookie off the bench to come in and give them any type of burst, in my opinion, if they're trying to hang 18 on tonight. What's going on, Brandy? Brandy in the building says, let's go. I like it. I like it a lot. And that's my thing, like, right? Like, limit their bench. There's no way Jayson Kidd is going to play. There's no way he's going to play the bench the way he played him in Game 4 because I don't expect this game to be blown out of proportion in the way that it was in Game 4, right? And so here's the guy, and I mentioned him on the last pregame show, and you told me, not you kind of like, whatever. This kid, Josh Green, bro, he comes in off the bench, and he provides instant defense for the Dallas Mavericks, and I felt like he was kind of keeping the Jays tamed. Will we see that rotation early? Like, what are your thoughts about Josh Green now that you saw it for the second time in a row?
That was more or less of the intensity of the Jays than anything that Brown that he was doing. I mean, Green. Like, listen, if they do what they're supposed to do, there's nobody on Dallas that can stop the Jays. I'm sorry.
Agreed.
Nobody. That's more of an indictment on who they were.
I agree with that. I'm not even going like that makes sense. Like the Celtics just looked off. They couldn't score. Like they were settling for the jump shots again.
I think they exhaled from Game 3. I mean, I think it was like a big. Oh.
But why would you do that?
Yeah, human nature, man. Why does anybody do anything? I mean, you got to think. We were down 0-3, and we forced the Game 7. We got toe up, but we forced the Game 7.
But that's my point. You made that point earlier in the show. You said, we don't want to be the Yankees of 2004. We don't want to be the Celtics of that year. I think that was in the conference finals against Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Like
it's a mindset of a youngster. I mean, we looking at them, but they still kids. Like
oh, for sure.
We looking at them like they have wisdom. I mean, they have the wisdom of being in the finals.
They do have wisdom. I'm not going to take that away. They have experience, not wisdom, but experience maybe, unless you want to convert that into wisdom. They do have the experience. I think that's the difference. Like, and I think that's what's gonna take them over the top. That experience, that wisdom, just learning how to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like when you learn how to lose together as a team, you're gonna come out one tough son of a cookie. Like you're gonna come out really good, especially if the core of that team remains together. We got a super chat from Jack. 49ers Girl Knox says the Celtics are about to demolish Dallas. Demolish, key word. I like that. Demolish Dallas.
Jax.
Little alliteration going in there. Thank you, Jax. Appreciate that. And I agree. Bro. Like, I'm not saying that this game isn't going to be close. I think in the Celtics' head, they don't allow this game to be close. Like, I think they come back out. Their defense is kicked up a couple of more notches. They're playing at home. And they're thinking exactly the way you and I just spoke. Can't allow this team to gain momentum. Can't allow this team to win on our home court. Can't allow this to go to a game 6. Because if it goes to a game 6, it's going to go to a game 7.
If it go to game 6, it's going to game 7. And then in game 7, now you got nerves because all the Dallas can play freely.
Damn.
Because they have totally redeemed themselves, win, lose, or draw. So the onus now becomes on the Celtics. Like, it's not really on the Celtics right now. You know, they got 3 to win 1.
So basically, don't come out here and play with your food. Just get the job done. We got some good news. Celtics injury report. Joe Mazzulla says he expects Kristaps Porzingis to play tonight without a minute restriction. Wait a minute. Without a minute restriction. I like this because earlier today, he was made available with the same kind of quote-unquote restrictions, right, if needed. Now, he expects him to play without any type of minute restrictions. So what are your thoughts, Kristaps Porzingis, man? Because if he plays in this game in any means, and he looks good out there, I'm looking at him on the court. Like, he doesn't look like he's grimacing, he's in any type of a pain, but he's also just shooting around. He's not moving laterally or up and down or jumping and landing and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much what I was going to say. Also, he looks great when he's walking, and he looks great when he's like gingerly jogging. But you got to push it to the max today, baby.
And it's worth it, right? Like, you could close out this game, right? So if you're Porzingis, you want to play in this game, right?
I'm getting a shot for pain. Wrap my shit up. Let's go.
Would they take cortisone shots or something? I don't know what they take for the pain.
That's why MJ is the GOAT, because of him, nobody in that 90s era, the only people that got rings was when he retired. He stopped every. And you asked Ewing, and you asked Malone, and you asked Barkley, would they give something back? You know, if they could just get a championship and see what they say. Because they're champions, they just don't have a ring. Because there's a lot of players that have rings, but not really champions in my book.
I like that.
They're champions, they just don't have the rings. And they don't have the rings because of one man. And I don't make this about Jordan. But what I'm saying is that, you know, you got to get you got a chance to get the chip. You got that out the way at a young age. Look at Gary Payton. He was geriatric playing with Miami to get a chip. Hell, Chuck couldn't stand on Barkley or Olajuwon, and he went to play with Houston. They all ganged up on Drexler, all of them, to try to get a ring when they was damn near 40. So, Porzingis, man, if your legs work, you need to get out there.
I agree with that. You know, I think here's the thing. Like, I think he's been wanting to get out there. I think he wanted to play in the last game, but for some reason, they made it restricted. Like, they restricted him. They limited him, and I don't think he wanted to be limited. I think, like I said, he came into that game suited up, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, the doctors didn't agree, and the doctors decided to say he could play only if need be. And in that game, there was no if need be because the Celtics was getting their tails whipped the majority of that game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
see, and what happened was we had started getting our ass whipped to the point where when it came time to put the bench in, it was pretty much like, y'all understand.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact check right there. Now, listen, I got some interesting news. Like, did you know, right? And I want to know if you knew this, because I'm sure you did, because you're C motherfucking P, right? So did you know the last time the Celtics won the championship game was on June 17th, 2008?
Yes, I did know that.
Well, did you know that the last time the Boston Celtics won the championship was June 17th, 2008?
16 years, yeah.
16 years.
To the day.
On June 17th, it's kind of like, for me, man, I'm like on my Nas. I wish I could play some Nas in the background. I'm on my Nas. It was written stuff right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm feeling like the Celtics. I feel like the Celtics are gonna come out and get back to what they like to do, and that's kind of like dictate and control the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, force them to shoot. Force them, because they were killing us in the paint, and I don't know why. I don't understand. We didn't allow this team to kill us in the paint all series long, and then in that game 4, they just feasted in the paint over and over again. Bucket, 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 bucket. I'm like, what is going on here? So it's like the Celtics were like literally just letting them. They had the little bull thing, little El Matter, and just letting them go right by and score in the paint. Celtics got to find a way to stay out of foul trouble early. Can't allow those dudes to get in there, And so, we get to this game plan, man. Like that's what it's gonna come down to. It's gonna come down to execution. And it's going to come down to adjustments for me for the Boston Celtics because you still got to deal with Luka and you still got to deal with Kyrie. And now that those two seem to be on both offensively and defensively, bro, Cliff, Kyrie played the best defense in his career in Game 4 the last game.
Do you think he can keep that up?
No, but the fact that he even did it, I didn't even know it was in his arsenal.
It wasn't even so much the D. I'm telling you, this was all on us.
Oh,
man.
Okay.
We allowed him to D us.
Okay.
Was we moving the ball?
No.
We started shooting threes right from the rip.
That's what I'm saying. Like the ball movement, but to be fair, we were moving the ball. We were missing open shots. We got to be fair. We were missing a bunch of open threes. I felt like we missed a bunch of open threes in the beginning of the game. And then we just really weren't on for the majority of the game. And then how funny or how ironic was it when the bench came in, right? Sam Hauser hit like 4 threes in a row.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? I mean, freak.
Because there's no pressure now. We lose. We're gonna lose.
So they need to put that mindset in their head while they winning. We gonna lose. If you could tell me you could come in and hit 3, what was the difference between the spacing with the starters out there and then the bench out there for Sam Hauser to hit those threes? He was catching and shooting with the second units.
Well, like I told you, with the second unit, there was no stress, man. There was no stress. We knew we wasn't going to win that game. Excuse me. Damn, I'm going the wrong way. We knew we wasn't going to win that game, so that's why. That's why the bench played freely because of the simple fact that we didn't think it was the mentality, bro.
So how do we get out of that mentality?
We good. We're good. We're good. I think I keep saying it. I think that it was like a waiting to exhale. Like we got game 3. Like we came in here and we got game 3. We have a stronghold on this. On this series.
Do you know that that game that they won was the first time they beat us since like 2022, bro?
Yeah, they were desperate too, man.
That's another thing. But
they were desperate.
Do they come out desperate again? They didn't come out clawing and scrapping. They came out shooting. They were on fire. On fire.
I don't think that they think that they can win this series. I think that they just it was just a desperation of not wanting to be swept.
I understand that. So my question is, they shot 50.5% from the floor, bro. They shot 40.5% from the 3. Their lowest percentage was from the free throw line. I think you just need to foul these motherfuckers. Like, just keep get them to the free throw line. I get that desperation was in there, but my question is, if they come out shooting like this and we don't shoot to match this, we're gonna struggle. Can't allow them to shoot 50% from the floor.
We're very capable of defending. Like, we just need to defend. Make it hard for them. Ball movement, make them work. Use the shot clock. They gonna play slow. We don't really need to play fast. We need to get in these half court sets. And get these and because Luka is not, when he has to defend, he's not gonna give us a problem, man. Like you think he is. He's gonna fade. Speaking
of that, talk about defending. He had his best defensive game of his career last game too. Their backs are on the wall. Celtics can't play with their food, and they got to go out there and take this game because if the Celtics give Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving a slither of hope, they're going to maximize off of that slither of hope. We can't play with the food, bro. So what you just said, intensity need to be up. That game plan, intensity need to be up. Obviously, they got to execute. They got to move the ball, rotate the ball. The Celtics offense is off of ball movement. They got to get back to that. If they miss a wide open shot, you miss a wide open shot. You get back on defense so that there's no transition of them trying to score 5-on-4. You got to get back. So when I look at the Celtics team, they're the more dominant team. They're the more skilled team. They're the better team overall. But if the team ain't right, if the team ain't together, it's gonna lead on Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown. I believe that they could get it done, but who's gonna be that third guy? Will it be Drew Holiday? Will it be Derek White? Will it be Kristaps Porzingis? Will it be motherfucking Al Horford? Will Al Horford score? And will he have a shooting night tonight? And that's another guy that we leaving out that wants this win more than anything because he might want to hang up the shoes, dog.
Listen, man. I hear what you're saying, but I don't want to think about it in those terms.
Okay.
I just feel, you know what's on the line. You know they can't beat you. Go out and do what you do and get this shit over with.
Right. That's a fact. Go
out and do what you do. Get this shit over with.
That's too smooth. But that's what it is.
You want to be intense.
I'm intense because we witnessed a massacre in Game 4. And it would have been different if the Mavericks would have beat the Celtics. And let's say by 5, let's say by even 9. But they demolished, they literally destroyed us.
Yeah, but you got to look at it for like this. If they had beat us by 5, that would have signified that we tried. Like there would be no excuse. We tried and lost. They didn't try.
But my point is, like, from a perspective, from the Dallas perspective, I'm looking at from their perspective, they beat our ass, whether we tried or not. They didn't tell us not to try. You see what I'm saying? So they might feel they got this energy to beat our behinds again. And there's nothing wrong with that. My point is we need to counter it by letting them know that the real Celtics team didn't show up in Dallas. You get what I'm saying?
I think they know that. And with this shit that Kyrie been talking about, it's a cult and he doesn't care and like trying to low key like trying to low key diss us. Man, listen, I ain't worried about it. We raiding the banner, and I need to figure out what day I gotta take off to go to the parade. That's what I'm worried about right now.
I hear that, dog. I hear that. Listen, ain't no slight in my game. I know we raising this banner one way or how. Win Game 5, win Game 6, win Game 7. Either way, banner 18 going to be hung in Boston at the end of the day. Let's talk about the Celtics rotation because since Kristaps Porzingis is back and he's available and there's no minute restriction, how this rotation looking for you in Game 5 for the Boston Celtics perspective?
With Porzingis in and coming off the bench, and if he's even like 70% of himself, he's gonna really steady the bench. Because if you got if the bench come in and Hauser's hitting, and Porzingis is hitting, or not even so much hitting, but if he's deep, we can't expect what we saw from him in Game 2 before. But if he is defending the way we know he can defend, all them trips to the basket that's over. I just feel like, man, listen, I'm not even thinking like that. I just feel like we got to take them out tonight.
By any means necessary.
There is no tomorrow, Rock. There is no tomorrow. Straight up.
Did you see what Bob Cousy said?
This is strange because I thought he died like 20 years ago, yo.
Wow.
Like Bob Cousy was the point guard in the 50s. He got to be like 122.
I think he's 98. I think that's his age.
So the fact that he even knows what basketball is like, God bless him.
Listen, his mind ain't gone. You know what I'm saying? He can't move like the same way, but he came out and stated that, like, you know, he's hanging on to watch Boston win a freaking championship.
God
I think
they
get it. They get it done for Bob. They get it done for Bob.
Big boy Bob.
You know what I'm saying? They got to get it done for Bob because God forbid, I think he came out and said he was hanging on. If you know what I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, much respect to the legend. But the Celtics got a lot of stuff that they gotta, how do they control this game? You know what I'm saying? I think that's the question. Because you talk about defense, I'm looking at these guys and I'm saying to myself, all right, Kyrie gonna play, Kyrie gonna score. Doncic's gonna play, Doncic's gonna score. PJ Washington only had 6 points in the last game. Derrick Jones only 5, right? But because of the impact from Kyrie and Luka in that first half, it allowed Jayson Kidd to just like really sit his starters. And so Derrick Jones is kind of the same. PJ Washington to me had an off game. Gafford got them some buckets around the rim. That's the guy you want to foul. He's not a good free throw shooter. I'd say you take him out. And with Porzingis playing, this is what I like. If Porzingis is playing, because you talked about the rotation, if Porzingis is playing, yo, Cliff, that's dope we now Gafford got to come out that paint. Now your guards can rebound. Remember, we got out-rebounded in this game. All right, so like I know we don't want to hang on the game, but we got to talk about what it was. They had how many rebounds? God dang. We got out-rebounded, period. 52-31, bro. Do that math. Ain't that like 19?
Bro, the game was over with in the middle of the second quarter. You act like we were competitive and got our ass beat. The game was over. They had checked out, bro.
My point is you can't check out. And see, that's my issue. There's no such thing as checking out when you're trying to close out a series. You don't check out. You compete.
No, you're right. You're right.
You compete. That part right there pissed me off. So if you want to talk about what pissed me off about our Celtics is the fact that they checked out. I understand why they went to the bench. They took the starters out. You live on to the next day. I understand it. But if you're getting your ass beat in this game, if this was a game 7, you going to check out?
No.
So then why we can't give the check out a motherfucking pass? You don't check out. There's no checking out. This ain't no mental asylum, man. This ain't Arkham. You don't check out. You destroy your team and you compete to the end. If you get beat by 50 and you don't check out,
if you don't check out, you don't get beat by 50. They're just not that much better. They're not better than you.
So that, like, you can't check out because that looks like does that show a sign of weakness or is that a sign of intelligence from Joe Mazzulla?
I think it's a mental thing. It even goes back to the teams. It's hard to, like, a lot of teams that win the championship, they ask the next year, like, because it's like an exhale. I'm telling you, that game 3, they needed to regroup. They wasn't winning game 4. Like the game 3 was like it was just like a weight off of them. Like, we got it now. The odds are in our favor, and they just walked. They walked in. Watch how they act tonight.
No, I feel you. Listen, bro, ain't no slice. Celtics all day. Here's my thing though. At the end of game 3, who went on a run? The Dallas Mavericks. Luka fought.
Oh, yeah.
And then in game 4, they continued that run. They stayed hot. Now we're talking game 5. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Game 3, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Game 3, I had smoke. I had to. I ain't had a choice. My nerves were so bad. Yo, listen, my nerves was bad, bro. My nerves was.
Did he just say he had to
I had to spark up. I was like, listen, because I was like, if we lose this game after being up by 21, I felt like the series is over.
Yeah, I was gonna punch a wall, like a sheetrock wall, not a brick wall.
No, I ain't gonna break nothing. I gotta fix. No, they're not.
Yeah, I just would have put some tape over it. But like at the end of the day, that was tough. But my point is, you watch Dallas go on a run, and then they continued that run in game 4. The difference is they have to travel to Boston. So they were at home for both of those games. And you expected them to win one of the games, right? Like, I expected them to win one.
That's why I said 6.
Right, but I didn't expect it to be a beatdown. And I think that, to me, is what I'm hoping the Celtics use as fuel for their fire, right? When they have to go ahead and destroy this team. Like Jack said, demolish this team.
I just feel like when you at this stage of the series, you shouldn't need shit to get you motivated. You should that should come ready made.
You have been adamant about that. Remember we got to a fight over that? Yeah, you have. You've been adamant about that. That's your thing. You feel like there shouldn't be anything that has to get you motivated. But Cliff, they got sucker punched, they got haymaker, they got uppercutter, they got Mike Tyson chew the air. Yeah, they got
curb stomp. They got skull drag.
They got skull drag, bro. Will that have an effect on how the Celtics rebound in this game?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna start a fight.
That's what I'm saying. But that's motivation. That's motivation. That's motivation. You're not gonna let it happen again.
Yo, the greasiest cat on the bench, the dude that's all the way that's one step from being the ball boy. Yo, be like, why is he coming in the game? He's like an 8th round draft pick. Yo, he be in the game.
8th round?
Yeah. He in the game for one reason only. He gonna slap the shit out of Luka. Scrap for the ball. As soon as somebody give you any resistance, slap the shit out of him. We'll pay the fine.
All right, let's have some fun. You ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna count how many times Jayson Tatum and Luka Doncic cry about getting fouled. All right, but who do you think?
They can't do that tonight.
Who do you think is gonna cry more, Luka or Jayson Tatum?
Luka.
Okay.
Well, they can have a bitch contest because they both cry, but Luka's gonna cry more.
That's all I'm asking. All right, I'm gonna keep coming with the question. Who do you think is gonna have more of an impact on this game, Kyrie Irving or Jaylen Brown?
I think it's gonna. I need it to be.
I know what you need it to be, but who do you think is going to be?
JB.
Okay. Who's going to have more points off the bench, Derek Lively? And if Kristaps is a full glow, like they said, no minute restrictions, Kristaps Porzingis.
It may be Lively because I don't really care about Porzingis's how many points he racks up as much as I do his impact when he comes in the game. So I don't really care about points in those terms, but if I had to choose, I mean, unfortunately, I would say Lively. Because he's not going to do both. He's not going to do both. I need him to defend more than I need him to score.
I think he's going to naturally give you the defense, and you're hoping that he holds up I think it's going to be like a 20, maybe 25 minute. I know they say no minute restrictions, but if he's coming off the bench, he's not playing 40 minutes. Right? Like that doesn't even add up. Right?
No.
So you might get 30. You may get 30. Whether you need him out there or not, you may get 30. But I kind of feel like it's gonna be like a push. Like I feel like Lively will get 12, and I feel like Porzingis might get 12 far as points.
Yeah.
Far as points. Which bench is gonna outscore? Which bench is gonna have the higher score? The Celtics or the Mavericks? Get your questions out there, guys. We're gonna answer some questions.
You doing me dirty right now with these questions, man.
I'm just asking you stuff right off the fly.
You're doing me dirty, like, because if I gotta answer honestly, I don't like what's gonna come out of my mouth.
Pause. Well, but just say it. Ben says Dallas bench. Jayson says Celtics bench.
Yeah, Ben ain't had our back the whole. I mean, I appreciate.
Yes, he did. Ben has been pushing the Celtics agenda this whole series.
No, I'm gonna scroll down. Who was it that said Luka? That was Ben.
Yeah, but he was asking about who was going to cry more.
Oh! I thought.
Dang, you be ready to clap. Woo!
I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Woo! Vic says, who really think Boston was trying to win that last game? None of us. I think they came out thinking they came out to see how Dallas was going to show up.
That's all it was, man.
And then once they realized Dallas was on throttle 100,
that's all it was.
They pumped the brakes.
I remember one of you.
I don't agree with that, but that's what they did.
And everybody, I always resort back to things because I'm a man of a certain age, so I have a lot of memories of sports. And I remember LA getting beat by like 48 in a series they won in the finals. Like they won the series, but they just was like, I mean, and when you're that talented, I guess it's stupid, but you could do that.
Who hits more threes? Derek White or Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie Irving. It pains me to say this, but it's Kyrie Irving.
I like this.
It's Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's going to go off tonight. Somebody going to have to elbow his little ass in the throat.
How many points does Peyton Pritchard score in this game?
He's another one. I don't really care what he scores. I need him to be disruptive. I need steals. I need them little man rebounds.
Does Peyton Pritchard score over 6 points in this game?
Yeah.
Right, so
Ben says 6. That was
plus 6. Ben says plus 6. Jayson says 12.
If we get 12 from Pritchard,
that means somebody else ain't scoring.
That means Pritchard little ass.
To get back to the rotation, do we see more Luke Cornett or Xavier Tillman tonight?
Tillman. But why not let Cornett get some run? He's long and lanky, and they're playing a half court, slow half court. Luka's bringing the ball up slow. Yeah. Why not let him get in there?
I don't know. Jayson has a question for us. Who scores more, Pritchie or Hauser?
I need it to be Hauser.
Because Hauser's going to attempt threes. Like, Hauser is definitely going to take the 3-point attempts. But you know what? In the last game, how many attempts did Hauser have from the 3? He had 6. They matched. Pritchard was 1 for 6. Hauser was 4 for 6. So I think it's going to be Hauser. You know what I mean? Harmony, what's going on? Harmony's in the building. It's just peace to the cipher. This is fun. I kind of like doing this. I just making stuff up off the spot. Let's see. Last question for the Celtics. Does Al Horford score plus or minus 10 points?
He's Al playing for his life. Al might give you 20 tonight.
Okay. All right. And last but not least, which coach uses a challenge first, Mazzulla or Jason Kidd?
I think Mazzulla's more reserved. I think it's going to be Kidd. Because he's scared of Luka. Luka's like, you better effing challenge. And Mazzulla look at Tatum and be like, what? Get your ass back over there and finish playing. You know you foul like that. Get your ass over there. You know what I'm saying? And Mazzulla don't give it. Anybody go on national TV and won't get a haircut? Yo, listen, I ain't messing with Mazzulla like that. Can you imagine Mazzulla yelling over there? You better effing challenge it.
Yo,
shit.
He got me cracking up. All right, let's. Whoa! All right, we got to do score predictions, man, because I need to go grab me some food and beverage before this game tips off. It's 8:13.
I ate my spaghetti before what's called.
That's smart. Put your score predictions in there. Cliff, Celtics, we both got the Celtics winning. What's your score prediction here?
It's going to be down and dirty. I'll give us 115 to 103.
115 to 103. I think the Celtics get back. Dang, what's that? 115, 103. That's 12 points. Okay. I think the Celtics get back to like that defense that you was talking about. And they don't allow this team to score over 100 points. It'd be lucky. I'm gonna go Dallas 89, and then the Celtics 99. Vic, look how close Vic and I was.
What he got 106. Who Vic?
He got
180. Oh yeah. Y'all was close.
I think the Celtics get 99, and I think they get 89. Wow.
Are you nervous, Wayne?
Absolutely not.
Are you nervous? Anybody out there? Answer my question. Everybody, we got 98 people. And somebody, I want to know who's nervous. Who's nervous?
I'm not
nervous.
You
can be real. We're not going to call you no bitch. Who's nervous?
I'm not nervous. The question is, are the Celtics nervous? Is Jayson Tatum nervous? Is Jaylen Brown nervous?
We ain't scared, son. We are not scared.
Kevin says he's nervous. He says he is. He's nervous.
Kevin.
There's nothing wrong with being nervous.
Kevin.
Jason stoked.
That's right. We don't lighten up. We tighten up, son.
For the Celtics to lose this game, they would have to do two things. Number one, give up. Number two, turn the ball over. Like,
if they play nervous, I don't even want to say this, but if they play nervous, if they come out there and you see them, y'all been in the finals. You've been in the finals. You've been in mad conference finals. This should be light for y'all.
all I know is, we got some questions for us too. Great one, 765. Derek White over under 15.5 points. This be weird, man. Like, Derek White, a weird one, man.
Yo, first of all, how you going to when Derek White came to Celtics, he had that afro with no real hairline. Yeah. He was bald and had an afro at the same time. He looked like a dandelion sport. Listen, Derek White is in his own zone. Derek White might give you 30 one night and give you 3 the next night. I am past trying to predict what Derek White does.
Well, he asked us to do it, so over or under 15.5 points. I'm going to go under. And just like that, he going to hit 8 threes. Watch.
Yeah.
All in the second half, too. He will get you 18 in the second half and 10 in the first half and 28. I'm going to go under, though.
I'm gonna go well it's under. I'm gonna go he's gonna be somewhere around 15, 16 points.
So if you're going 16, it's over.
Well, it's over. Okay, I'm going over. But I'm saying I'm not gonna go way over. I'm saying like 16.
All right, so I went under. Let's see if anybody else got any questions before we jump up out of here.
Our room is lit, baby.
Oh yeah, Vic says Kyrie never plays well in Boston. Like, you know. And Terrell from over on Twitter says, don't let Kyrie stomp the logo. I think this could be a big game for him. He thinks this could be a big game for Kyrie. Interesting.
Man, somebody need to take that little sage. Listen, no, but here's the thing with Kyrie. Kyrie's a very smart man, and I think he thinks everybody's stupid. Like, he just said it so, like, they want you to buy in, become a member of the cult. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, just because somebody wants you to be a part of a system and a part of a team and a part of a culture, that makes you a cult. Like, come on, man. That's derogatory. You know, I'm the bad guy. You know, I put myself in this position, but I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. Just say you sorry and play the game.
But what does he have to say he's sorry for? Like, for stepping on the logo? Stomping on the logo?
No, it goes back. Listen, nobody asked him to get on the mic and tell 17,000 people, I'm going to sign here next year.
Oh, you want him to?
Nobody told him to do that.
So you want him to apologize for lying?
I don't want him to apologize.
You just said you wanted him to say he was sorry.
That was just me ranting. But what I really want is
I just want to whip his ass. That's it. I want him to keep the same energy he had, and I want to put him 6 feet deep. Figuratively speaking.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not going to.
I'm just saying, I want to send him packing. Pause.
But I want them to talk shit while they doing it.
Absolutely. This is basketball. This is competitive sport. I mean, listen, Kyrie's that dude, but at the end of the day, there's dudes on this team that know that dude. They know his tendencies, and they got to go out there and counter and do what they need to do to stop him. At the end of the day, Kyrie is going to get to the basket. What got Kyrie going? What got Kyrie going in the series? Oh, I know. Porzingis got hurt, and then they started switching Al Horford on him, and then Tillman on him, and he was taking advantage of the switch. Duh. It's basketball.
That was in game 3. I think Tillman did a wonderful job.
He adjusted. You can't say he did a wonderful job because he got his ass toasted 3 or 4 times.
When was this?
It was early in the game when he first came in. He was getting toasted.
What game are you talking about?
I'm talking about game 3 when he first came in. You can't say there was a start to the finish of the game.
Somebody scoring you don't mean you getting your ass busted.
It do. If the motherfucker get right by you, he adjusted. So I will give him credit for adjusting.
He played a damn good game. And
he hit one 3-point shot. That was his only points. How am I hating on a dude?
Because he damn near the last through. He one step from the fucking guy that picks up the basketballs.
What?
Come on, man. He's at the lowest part of the bench. Does he even make $1 million a year?
What does that have to do?
Because he's the pissiest guy on the team.
He's not the pissiest.
What are you expecting from him?
Xavier Tillman's not the pissiest guy on the team. I've been advocating for this dude to get minutes because he's a bigger body out there. So
he did his job, man.
I didn't say that he didn't do his job. I said
he said he got his ass busted.
He did get his ass busted, bro. See, the problem is you fall asleep on the motherfucking game, so you miss.
I watched the game.
The shit.
I watched the game.
Nah.
I watched it. Game 3. I watched the game. You fucking mean I fell asleep on the game?
That's what you do. You fall asleep. At the end of the day, he got busted and he adjusted, and then he finished with that big 3 at the end.
You see, the energy that we got arguing and shit, we don't need this going into this game. I don't understand why you want
the Celtics definitely need this. They need all the energy and all the intensity. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that white magic, that Luka magic, he gonna come out and he gonna try to set the tone. We know it. He gonna look for Luka has been consistent in doing this. Get 1-on-1 with the smaller point guard.
And do this shit. Do every play, every fucking play. Just every play. Every play.
Bro, I'm just trying to tell you, this is what I'm used to seeing, okay? This is it. This is all I'm used to seeing. So, to make a long story short, you got to come out and you got to counter it. Like, you got to counter it. You know what I'm saying? You got to. You got to be able to counter that. You got to find a way to counter that. And we need Jayson Tatum to have the best mind out there on the basketball court. We need Jaylen Brown to continue to be the enforcer, right? Get to the rim. We need Derek White to stop dancing and prancing around and attack this motherfucking team. If Derek White want to score, he could score. That cat could get to the basket at will. That last game, bro, how many times Drew Holiday got to the basket and missed? When have you ever seen that?
Bro, that's what I said. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I bet you won't see that tonight.
There's other theories out there too, but I just don't want to entertain them. But there are other theories out there that might suggest that maybe, I don't know.
I bet you won't see that tonight. And how smart is it, Cliff, as, a 6'4" point guard, you trying to finish at the rim with the rim protector. Like, that don't always, the favor's in the rim protector, right? Like, always, right? Unless you get by them. But if they're there at the rim, 9 times out of 10, it's going to affect your shot. It's going to affect the way you release it, how hard you shoot it off the glass, your touch around the glass, all that good stuff. Cliff, the last time we did the show, because we thought it was going to be over, we kind of said that Jaylen Brown was in the head front of the MVP race, right? So what does Tatum have to do to get Finals MVP in this game?
Tatum has to be okay with Jaylen Brown being the MVP, because at the end of the day, Jaylen Brown has been the MVP of these whole playoffs. It's only right that he get the MVP. Unless Tatum come out and give us 50
Tatum
and
had
carry
a
us
better game last game. Tatum had a better game 4, and he had a better game 3.
I just feel like
is it even?
I mean, I'm fine with it going either way. But if JB it's all predicated on who has the best game tonight. Period. Whoever has the best game tonight needs to be the MVP. Point blank. Period.
So out of those two, but if Drew Holiday goes for 50, he's the MVP?
No. Not gonna be able to do it. No, we can't do that.
Okay. We can't do that. It's gotta be the Brown or the Tatum.
It's the Jays. It's the Jays. That's it.
What if? And I'm just throwing out a what if. It's a big what if. I'm saying Jaylen Brown going to get off because I feel like the game's going to come easier for Jaylen Brown. He's not going to see the double teams as much as Jayson Tatum in this game, right? I think they come out and they try to take Jayson Tatum out this game early. I think it's the game plan for the Dallas Mavericks. But what if Jaylen Brown makes sure that his boy is the man tonight? Because that would be some friend shit.
We ain't got no time for that. You mean letting Tatum score more? I don't understand what
it's not about letting him score more. It's just about making sure that his men, you know what I'm saying, get them opportunities to go out there and be dominant. Because the issue, Jaylen Brown's going to draw some of these doubles too. And what if he becomes more of a playmaker when he needs to be a playmaker is what I'm trying to say. I'm
okay with that.
I think Jaylen Brown still comes out and is that enforcer. I think you get straight up intensity, attacking the rim, attacking these motherfuckers. Celtics never been that team to attack, to get teams into foul trouble. maybe this is a different. Maybe we see something different tonight. Like you could, they foul, they will foul us, and the refs will call it. So why not attack them?
You're right.
Great one says Tatum dropping 30 tonight. All right. Gave our score predictions. What did you say Tatum had to do? Drop 50? I'm going 41.
I was being.
I'm going 40 burger. 40 burger is done. Is the 40 burger to win? Done.
Whoever has the better game tonight, I think, like you said, it's tied going into this the MVP race.
Oh, we agree. Okay.
Man, please.
You still think it's Jaylen Brown? I got you. Listen. At the end of the day, Jayson Tatum doesn't care about any of this stuff. He just wants to win. You know what I'm saying? And those final MVPs, that stuff will come.
Yo,
if you
Tony Wiley, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't
now
bring
he
that
could come.
energy.
This is a free country, man. They could come in here, they could talk. You know what I'm saying? But he just got to be ready for the clapback. So Dallas wins by 12 tonight.
Word, Tony.
So check this out, Cliff. I do the NBA 2K simulations, bro.
Please don't say we lost.
We didn't lose. We got mud stomped.
And your NBA 2K?
Yep, they forced the game 6.
Oh, speaking of that, I gotta talk to you. You still got that PS5, right?
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that, dog.
You see, this is what I'm talking about, man. Don't do me like that, Wayne. Don't do me like that, Wayne. Don't do me like that. But anyway, listen, damn that game.
I feel you. I'm just saying.
You should have took the game and threw it and broken it in a whole bunch of little pieces.
I almost started over, but then I realized I was like 50 minutes in, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. But the Celtics did.
How bad did we get beat?
It was pretty bad. Celtics did what the Celtics do. They literally did what they do. They just started shooting, started chucking up shots. Down by 4, then down by 7, then down by 9. They kept going down because they just wouldn't try to get a basket. Every time Tatum finished the game with 40, but no, I think Brown had 19, and that was it. Like the rest of the team.
If that shit comes to life, you need to stop these damn game simulations.
God, here you go with the
simulation shit. Need to stop.
Well, we won the first ones, and I'm just saying, hey, ain't my fault that the game trends up to where the Celtics play. Celtics need to come out here and stop looking like shit. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning into the pregame show. We got Celtics all day. Celtics World, it's how we do. Your boy WayneBreezie, your boy CP. Listen, make sure you guys don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time watching this joint. Hit that subscribe button and feel free to become a member and join the community. Breezy Bunch crew right now. Listen, we will be back. I'll be live on Bleacher Report immediately following the game, and then Cliff and I will be figuring out our celebratory show. So make sure you guys tune in.
Yeah.
And have y'all alerts set to all, man. Love y'all. Stay up, Celtics World. We out, man. Let's go, Celtics. Yeah.